Patricia here. As you can see, I'm finally back with another video. Not that I have a million subscribers that care, but the few people that I know that do care, I have decided to restart doing videos. It is not because I quit, because if you couldn't tell by my background, I don't have the same background as per usual. And the reason why I don't have the same background as per usual is because I moved away from home, which didn't quite actually hit me until like I had slept a few nights on my own in my own apartment slash room, dorm, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I moved away from home and I thought I would do a quick little video talking about that before I start getting back into regular videos where I will talk about different books and what else I can come up with. As I've mentioned before, this is a mainly booktube channel, but I do want to include some other things, and that is why I wanted to do a video about moving away from home, because it's such an important big step that at some point everybody experiences. So first of all, I wanted to talk about the fact that I moved away from home literally a week or a little over a week after I turned 21. Now in Denmark, that is both normal and abnormal at the same time, whereas I know in America so many people, they go to university and then they move out when they go to university because their universities are far away from where they used to live. And that's not the case in Denmark. The university you choose is usually really close to where you live, otherwise you will travel to that place. But a lot of people do move away from home eventually after they start studying at a university. I'm sorry, the lighting is changing. The usual excuse, I don't have any lamps. Natural light, I'm sorry about this. I used to live in the city. I used to live about 10-15 minutes away from my university. And then my parents wanted to move away because we'd stayed in this one spot for so long and it wasn't going the way that they wanted. And then they moved very far away, so I spent over an hour and a half each way to and from university. And I finally thought, you know what, I should probably sign up somewhere where students live in order to be able to move away from home. And I did so. And that is how I ended up where I live now. And I actually only signed up 2 places. And the fact that I got something within less than a year of signing up for this place, that's pretty lucky. And it probably is a stupid move and I won't do it in the future. But yeah, so I ended up getting this place. It's still a bit of a mess, especially today because I have been lazy and I have just had long vacations. So I'm not going to show you around just yet, but you can admire my little bookshelf while we wait for that to happen. Actually, one of the most important things about moving out for me was getting new bookshelves, because I really love the old one with the squares and that you had, like, you could put different things in there. You could put books, or you could have, like in my case, my horses, etc. Like you could put a lot of things and a lot of personality into it, but I really wanted a proper bookshelf where I could just fill it with books eventually. I don't know if I haven't checked my setup properly, so I can't remember if you can tell. I mean, you can't see the entire bookshelf, you can see the top part of it anyways, but on the bottom part it's not so much books, it's mainly here towards the top, and eventually I will start moving the horses top of the bookshelf probably in other places, and then I'll have it filled out with books, but I can't afford that many books yet, but it will happen, I promise, and I promise to do a book haul whenever I manage to save up enough to get some books, because right now I don't have much. I don't have much to work with, so yeah. So as you can also probably tell from the little bookshelf that I have, I decided to personalize it a little bit. I have a purely Harry Potter shelf over here where everything that I owned that was Harry Potter used to fit on it, except my DVDs and a picture that I got in my 2 wands, but everything else fit. And then I found an old copy of the Danish Harry Potter books that they don't sell anymore, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen them in years and it's ruining my aesthetic and I'm really sad about it, but I will fix it and I will make everything fit somehow. I will figure it out. So back to the whole moving out thing, because that was actually the main focus of this video. I just wanted to quickly talk about the whole experience because for me, we moved all my stuff over a lot of days. I got my keys on a Wednesday, and by Sunday, all my stuff was out here, and over the course of the week, I did have some lessons, but it was towards the end of the, well, not semester, because we don't have that. The Danish word for what I have is blocks, and we have 4 of those. We don't have 2 semesters. And then you have 2 courses per block, basically, and they were half a semester each. So it's half a semester, I guess. But anyways, we kept coming out here, building furniture, setting everything up, and then eventually we started putting things in place, and I did the rest on Sunday and a little bit throughout the week after. And it was a very surreal experience because now and again I kind of don't feel at home here, but I don't feel at home when I'm visiting my parents anymore because my parents, they got my old bedroom because they used to sleep in the living room. So it doesn't look like what I was used to when I lived there. And even though it's only been about a month or so that I've lived away from home, it's still weird because I don't properly feel at home here, but I don't feel at home when I'm with, like, I feel at home where my parents are, but I don't feel at home per se in the old apartment where they still live because I don't have my own safe space there. I sleep in the living room now on the on the couch that can be pulled out to a bed, and yeah. But I will say, although it's hard not seeing your family every day, and it's hard to have to say goodbye to them, and it's also very hard to get used to the whole every single bit of money you spend is on your, like, it's your own fault if you don't have enough for the next month. Although that is hard, I will say one of the hardest things for me was to say goodbye to Chaplin because I have loved him. I still love him, obviously, but he has been around me every single day since 2008. That's how long that I have owned him, and he's been around me every single day, and now he's not. And on one hand, it's kind of a relief because although I love him a lot, it also was a big stressor on me that I had to come home at a certain time to walk him to make sure that he wasn't suffering from not being able to come outside and go to the bathroom because nobody was home. And on the other hand, it stresses me out now that I don't know if people are home to help take care of him. Obviously my parents are taking care of him, my little brother too. But it's just like, it was a weird stressor, and on one hand I miss him and on the other I don't, and it's a really odd feeling because obviously I still love him and I wish I could see him every single day. And on the other hand, I'm kind of happy to not have that extra stressor of having to take care of him, as well as making sure that I study enough, that I have enough time to get to and from university, that I get enough sleep, that I eat right, that I work out. All these things, it's just a hard combination, I guess. But yeah, I really miss him. I really miss him a lot, and I sometimes wish that he was here because it does get a little bit lonely living on your own. It does. So that is everything for today's video. I know it was a bit of a ramble. I know the ending got a little bit weird, and if I forgot to mention anything, or if there's anything you want to ask me about moving away from home, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. This is the first time that I have, well, obviously, moving away from home, first time that I've ever done that. That's a first for me, and I would love to talk about it with somebody because it is a very weird and surreal experience, especially when it's both rushed and not rushed at the same time. So that is all for today, and I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you will leave a like and a comment, and I also really hope that you'll subscribe for more future videos. I'll be doing videos like this in the future where I talk about different topics, maybe university, and I also will do videos talking about books in general. I already have a few ideas for some upcoming videos, and hopefully I can get back to my usual schedule. I cannot remember, I think I said Wednesdays and Saturdays? Does that seem right? Yeah, because my birthday was on a Saturday, and Wednesday sounds right. So yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while, but I'm back now, and let's hope that everything goes as planned. So that is everything for today, and I'll see you next time. Bye!